guys, Jamie here, keeping it coy. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. So in today's video, a few bits and bats of what I'm up to. I think I may have worked out finally a way to do the pipe work on the pond, so we'll take a look at that. But yeah, I just want to start off today's video with an apology. I need to apologise to all you YouTubers out there. As you all know, since I started my channel, I follow every single one of you, and if I'm not following you, you're probably not following me. But yeah, I've got well over 100 channels in my channel list, and as you probably all know, I watch every single one of the videos and I comment and like every single one of the videos. Unfortunately, now that we're getting about 8 to 12 hours footage a day, I just can't keep up with it. I'm gonna have to stop watching everybody's videos. I'll still watch most of them, and if I can't watch it, it'll be playing in the background while I'm working, while I'm sleeping. But if I don't comment on your videos, I apologise. It's because I'm busy doing other things. But it is being played in the background to help your watch hours and everything. But yeah, this weekend, between Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it worked out that there was, I think, 8 hours of footage to watch on Friday, 12 on Saturday and about 10 on Sunday. There's not that many hours in the weekend, not that I'm awake for anyway. So yeah, apologies for that. A few shout outs as well. Massive shout out to Andy from Derby Koi, and Bisley and Graham. Yeah, congratulations mate on the 3,000 subs, you deserve it. Big shout out as well to Kev from Dorset Koi Pond, and Vince for putting me in touch with Kev from Dorset Koi Pond. The sock that I had off you, buddy, works an absolute treat. Them 2 new fish that I bought when I was transferring them, use the sock, absolutely brilliant. So thank you very, very much for that. Another shout out to Koi Fish Johnny. Great channel. I've been struggling a lot with blanket weed lately. But yeah, I've given him some good advice. He's taken it on board, and it along with everybody else's advice, obviously, not just me. But he's given me a few shout outs over the last couple of weeks. So returning the favour, Johnny. Keep going, mate. It will be crystal clear in no time. But yeah, without further ado, I'll spin you around and show you what I've been up to. So the fry, as you can see, are doing uber fantastic. They've just had loads of koi treats, like loads. They're hand feeding now with shrimp as well, and crab stick. They're more keen on the shrimp than crab stick, but I can also hand feed them with the treats in there. So they're becoming really friendly. And the friendliest one in there, surprisingly, is Mr. Benthead. He's always the first up to take the first prawn or whatever I'm holding out of my fingers. So yeah, if anybody wants Mr. Benthead, you can have him, bless him. Lovely fish, and actually the biggest fry from that year's stock that's in there. Absolutely massive. You can see him just there, look. Swimming out under there. But yeah, they're doing absolutely fantastic. Right, now the pond has been filled right up to its highest point that I can without plumbing in the rest of the pipework and window, because we are up to, I don't know if you can see it down there because of the glare, but we're up to the return. That's the word, brain fart then. So yeah, we're up to the return. That is uber deep now. It's already about 3.5 to 4 foot deep in the deep area. Yes, I've got some wrinkles, but we all know about that. But the only place where there is a major wrinkle is from there to there. I've CT1'd it together. I just need to put a bit more CT1 in that bit where it's where the water's stretched it. It's just pulled that final bit apart, but that's not a major issue. Obviously the skimmer's in, as you can see by the top of the water though. Again, I don't know how well that's coming out on camera, but it is absolutely minging, and you can see in the skimmer there, I had that on for a little while yesterday. So all the fluff and bits and bobs that's on the surface there, that is literally just from today. So what I will do is I'll pop the skimmer on again for half an hour and get that all, he says, I think the algae's gone too much in there, it needs a clean out, so I will get it out, give it a clean out and then put it back on. So we'll snap back to that in a bizzle. There we go, so a very quick basic clean out, just so we can take the crud off the top of the pond so it doesn't start sinking and whatnot. So I'm just going to drop that back in there. Push it out a bit. So it stays roughly in the middle, hopefully, and then we'll turn it back on. There we go. There we go, now it's working. And what we'll do, just to show you how good these little bits of kit are, you can see that the water surface is absolutely minging everywhere, all 3.5 metres of it. So we'll let that zoom around the surface. I'll just keep plodding around now that the water's high enough for it to come up on the step as well. I'll just keep moving around and collecting all the surface crud. Yeah, we'll snap back to it in say 20 minutes, half hour, and see what the surface looks like then. Obviously the water's still going to be mingingly green, but hopefully the surface will be nice and clean again. I'll snap back to you in a bizzle. While the skimmer's working away, just thought I'd give you a quick look at the fish. The new Deutsch shower that's in there is doing fantastic, still a bit skittish, so he's hiding down the back somewhere, but he's been up for food today. So and as you can see by the by the wormy on the side there, mealworm, they've had some treats today as well. So yeah, I'll just about make him out at the back there. I don't know if you guys can see him on camera, but yeah, he's loving life in there. He's the smallest one in there, but meh, he's alright. Yeah, Japanese garden's looking lovely. The fern's doing really well. Might need a bigger pot for that next year and have to move it a bit further back, I think. Maybe stick it down there somewhere. But they don't mind a bit of shade, these ferns. But all the aces, I mean, flip their neck, you can't even see the trunk or the pot. I mean, the trunks are a good what? Well, I can't get my fingers around them. They're a good 8 to 15 years old, these trees. But they are doing lush. Look, you just can't see through them. They're so dense. Might need to do a bit of major pruning this year, because they no longer look like big bonsai trees. They look more like bushes. Chop some of the foliage back, I think. But yeah, my little white pine bonsai, he's done really well this year. Really well, considering he's been dug up twice by the squirrels. He's doing alright. My little conker one, doing alright. My olive tree, my little acer at the back there, doing good. Moved Buddha's now sat there. And the blue tits are almost ready to leave the nest, I reckon. So I'll show you some footage of them as well in a second. So I'll snap back to you in a bizzle. So that was the blue tits. They're almost ready to leave the nest. This is where I'm up to in there. The ball valve isn't actually glued in place, so obviously the handle will be spun round this way. There is a T in there at the minute, but as you can see, you probably can't see that it's a T because the T is facing out the back. Unfortunately, there is not enough room to have it go in that way, so we are going to have to go out the back and then along the back of the filter house, so I might have to dismantle a little bit to get round there, but not a major issue. I know what I'm doing now, so get that done over the next couple of days if I get a day off. But yeah, I've got all my pipe and all my fittings ready to go to do that now. All the pipe work there is doing great, that's all perfect. Obviously we've still got no leaks in the pond because that was filled up to the return line 2 days ago now, and it's still over the return line, so it did dribble out because I didn't come out quick enough to turn the hose pipe off, so it dribbled out down there. I'm getting a few weeds back here, so I'm going to have to get the weed killer out once all the pipes all connected, because I don't obviously want to get weed killer in the pipe. So yeah, that's doing all right. So that's where we're up to. The skimmer's still working. It's only been 5 minutes, but already the surface is looking 10 times clearer. But we'll come back to that again in a minute and have a look. I just want to say a massive congratulations as well to Derby Koi. Well done on the 3,000 subscribers, bud. Absolutely fantastic. Keep up the good work. So yeah, big shout out to Devon Koi Pond as well. Kev, thank you very much for my sock net. I've finally got to use it on the 2 new fish that I picked up the other day. Works an absolute treat, so thank you very much for that. Who else have I got a shout out for? Big shout out to Vince as well. For those of you that have been following me for a while, knows that I've got a fully scaled Deutz Kahaku in that pond, getting lovely and friendly now. But according to Vince, it's called an Aragoke Kahaku, which means fully scaled Deutz Kahaku. I'll just quickly spin you around and point out which one that is for those that haven't seen it. So it's the biggest one in there, this one here. Oh, squeaked in on my finger. But yeah, it kind of almost looks like a slipped back tancho. His spots falling off his head. But yeah, fully armour scaled everywhere, not a bit of plain skin. And although it's a bit of a plain Kahaku, I've kept him because from a side view, when the sun hits him, he's absolutely stunning. As I've obviously got a window, I think he will look brilliant swimming past the window. So they've had loads of food today, absolutely loads, so it's gone a bit foamy in there. But yeah, as you all know, the filter system that's running on that at the minute can handle pretty much anything. That backy shower, the amount of media in there, and there's more media in there than I need on the big pond. But hey ho. But yeah, as you can see, the skimmer's still whizzing away again. We'll snap back to that at the end of the video to show you how clean the pond is. If anybody wants to purchase that skimmer, as soon as my pond is finished, which hopefully will be next week, that is then up for sale. Because it's not going in my grow-on tank. I'm going to again put either an in-pond or an in-wall skimmer in, and obviously this pond's got its own beefy skimmer, so as you can see, it works an absolute treat. There's no stones in it keeping it down, it just stays down if it's set up correctly. So obviously it will float if it gets full up, because it can't suck enough water through quick enough. But yeah, so if anybody wants it, hit me up, that's for sale. And the sieve, I still haven't got round to advertising it yet, so that's also still for sale if anybody wants it. The Ultra Sieve 3, 2 inlets, so you've got either a bottom drain and a skimmer, or if you've got a really big pond and got 2 bottom drains, you can have both of them running in there. The water then comes up here over the weir plate, in there, through the sieve. There's your waste outlet, which has got a built-in slide valve. So there's your slide valve for the waste, and then your return line is down there. Got this bit of pipe that came with that sieve, so you've got that to go with it as well. If you don't want it, you don't want it, but you're more than welcome to take it. It's already got a union on there ready to attach to either a ball valve or another union, whatever you want, whatever you need, but that bit screws straight onto that bit and you're good to go. But as I say, if you don't want it, you don't want it. But yeah, ultra sieve free. I could put it on eBay and get 400 quid for it straight up, but I only want what I paid for it. 350 notes is what I paid, and I drove all the way to Coventry to pick it up, so I'm not even worried about the fuel. I just want to try and get my money back. So yeah, anybody wants it. I think there's a couple currently second-hand selling on eBay at around $3.90. So if you want a bargain, hit me up. And that's about that. Although it's good news and bad news, although it has taken me, as you all know, quite a while to get this pond finished. We're on part 36 still at the minute. So there will be a part 37, which will hopefully either be the UV or the window, depending on which one I get done first, depending on whether I get some help or not. If I get a volunteer, I've got a couple of volunteers, but it's getting a time where we're both available. Yeah, one of them will be done on part 37, the other one will be part 38, and that'll be job done. So yeah, although it's taken me a lot longer than planned, we're getting there. We are getting there. But my point was, because it's taken me so long, as you all know, through this build I've been a bit strapped for cash because I bought things I didn't need, because my plans have changed along the way. Swapped that for a over £2 drum. So yeah, that skinted the bank a bit. Obviously the liner was meant to be just under 300 quid. Instead it was just over 750 because of the step. Yeah, everything, you know, didn't go to plan. Obviously I've had to buy UV originally when I was going to be using this sieve. I was going to be using my pressure filter after the sieve, and then the back of your shower after that. The pressure filter also has the UV built in, so that was another cost that I didn't plan for when I first designed the pond on my first plans, but I think I'm on plan 4 now that I sketched out. So yeah, we are getting there. It's almost finished. Because of how hot it is out here today, my lips are as dry as anything. I can barely talk. So on that note, I will leave it there. Still watching the blue tits go in and out, just being distracted. But yeah, so again, thank you all for watching, guys. The garden is coming on an absolute treat. The strawberries, I don't know those of you that can remember from last year, they were being attacked by something, but this year not a single one is being attacked, and we have flowers and strawberries absolutely everywhere. I've got 2 different kinds in there. I've got bubbleberry, which is there. The bubbleberry ones are these ones, the slightly lighter ones with slightly more pointed leaves. And then these ones are F1s, and slightly more rounded tips to the leaves. But yeah, you can easily tell the difference. That bubbleberry, green and pointy, and then, well, they're all green obviously, but then darker green and more rounded leaf. So I've got them 2 there. I've pretty much emptied most of this now. I've still got my mint. That's doing really well again. That's just a heather. No, sorry, that's just a heather. That is a, oh, what do you call it? The stuff that smells funky. Oh no, brain fart, lost it. But yeah, I'm sure it'll come back to me after I finish recording the video. Yeah, that's all them. And then obviously I've got a couple more bits hiding out in here. Yeah, sweet peppers, that's growing an absolute treat. And strawberries there. These ones are, what are these ones? Honey O's, And then these ones here, which are also doing really well, are El Santas. Yeah, they're all doing absolutely fantastic. The flower basket is doing an absolute treat this year. My watercress has gone ballistic. It's even flowering in that bucket. Lilies in that bucket are doing absolutely brilliant as well. To be honest, I wish I'd have put that lily in the Japanese garden. Although that lily is still growing, that was my main route, and that was an offcut of the main route. And that is, I mean, it's already budding. It's budding in a bucket. I do keep the bucket topped up with pond water, because obviously water evaporation and everything. But yeah, I've got my Daphnia still doing really well in there. Try to shade them as much as possible. Obviously you don't want direct sunlight, but there's the little wiggly wormy things in there with a massive colony now as well. So every time I take a scoop out of that to feed the fry, they get a bit of a mixture, which is great. There's even actually freshwater shrimp currently growing in there. Yeah, so one last thing actually as well. For those of you that have followed me for a long time will remember that I had an absolutely monstrous tomato plant in here last year. It was literally 5.5 to 6 foot tall, and it gave me well over 200 tomatoes. I made 2 sets of sauce. Both times had over 40 tomatoes in, plus the ones we were just picking off as and when we needed a tomato, which was loads, and loads of them just ended up going to waste basically. But as you can see, there are absolutely loads of tomato plants growing in there, and they have been self-seeded for the tomatoes that had obviously fallen off and sort of rotted down. And now I've got loads. Went out to find the same one as we had last year, which was Moneymaker. That was it. That's Moneymaker. And just to prove that these ones last year were also Moneymaker, I kept the old ticket, and as you can see there, look, at the top, Moneymaker. So I searched high and low to find another one of them. We went to 3 different garden centres to find a Moneymaker one. And after all that, turns out we didn't need to, because we got loads of them. I've given one to my mum. Don't know if you can tell there. Dug that out from down there. Given one to my stepdad, and then I've still got, I think, about 15 to 20 growing in there, because a lot of them, look, are so tiny. I've got a little tiny one down there, look, and another one there. That one looks a bit dry though. Loads more growing in under there. A couple more growing in down there, look. But yeah, there's about 15 to 20 of them all growing down there. So yeah, going to have absolutely bucket loads of tomatoes this year. So if anyone comes to visit when they're ripe, you can take some tomatoes home with you. Mind your own business. Got that little pot on eBay for a few bob. It's not growing fantastically yet, but it's not dying either, so that's going to go in my new shower when I get to it. That was my point earlier actually, that you can all tell I get easily distracted when I'm waffling, but hence the name of this video is a waffle. But yeah, so my point being that I was getting to, because it's taken me so long, I've managed to save up enough money again after I've spent way over budget. But because the last thing I ordered was the window, and that was what, over a month ago now, I've just about got enough saved up for my new backy shower. So by the time this pond's finished, I might not even need to connect that backy shower to the new pond. I might be able to just I've got a pretty big job coming up this week. Hopefully, if I don't spend too much while I'm away this weekend, when I get back I'll order the backy shower. So yeah, get that on. But the pond is so green at the minute. I'm pretty sure that when I put the fish in here, we're going to get a spawn, because there's all the water bugs that you can possibly think of in there at the minute. Absolutely millions of them. So yeah. But as you can see now, the surface is 10 million times clearer. It's not fully clear yet, but it has only been 20 minutes. But look at how much of a difference that makes, and I don't know if you guys can make out how much it's sucking in there, but it has one hell of a flow there. The water just pours in it, absolutely. So yeah, if anybody wants, that's the Awazi Skim Swim 50. If anybody wants one, hit me up and we'll give you a good deal. So on that note, thanks all for watching. My name's Jamie, this is Keeping It Koi, and I hope I've earned your subscription today. So we'll catch you all on the next one.